Good afternoon, everybody. Commander Denalii here, and today we're taking a look at the Chinukai. The Chinukai is a Tier 5 Japanese premium medium tank, and as you see here, I have it outfitted with camo and everything else. I do have a very good crew for this because I was training one up for when the Japanese heavies came out, which was actually just a couple days ago. But yeah, this tank is amazing. It has 240 horsepower, and it's on a light tank, so it can actually do some decent speed. It's got a 7.5 centimeter tank gun Type 5, which shoots 12 rounds per minute, which puts it at about a 5-second reload. The aiming time on this isn't bad at 2.3 seconds. The accuracy is 0.37, and the Japanese just don't have the greatest of accuracy. The penetration on your standard round average is 124. On your premium round, the average is 155, and on your HE round, it's 38. It does an average damage of 125 for your standard and your premium round, and your HE does an average of 175. The track traverse is 38 degrees per second, whereas the turret traverse is 30 degrees per second. It has a pretty good view range of 350 meters standard. Yeah, it's not a bad tank. And here we go, taking a look at the internals of the tank, so you can see where all the weak spots are on it, you know, how to hit the engine, ammo rack, stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I mean, I've had this tank for a while now, and I was using it for crew training for my STB for when I was grinding all the way up to Tier 10 in my medium line, and I would take the crew out of my tank and put it in this for a few matches and play a few matches in between each tier. And I mean, I absolutely loved this tank. It's really fun to play. It's more of a medium sniper than anything else. It doesn't have a whole lot of armor, which you'll see here in a sec. The only armor it does have is on the front of the turret. This is what you would call a paper medium, and I mean, at Tier 5, I mean, that's when people start playing more strategically. So yeah, as you can see, the gun mantlet right there, that's the only place that really has decent armor, and the front of the turret isn't horrible, but other than that, yeah, it's not a horrible tank. I like it. You can bounce rounds if you angle. I wouldn't rely on it too much, but I mean, it is a possibility, just like, you know, being in a bat chat and bouncing around from T110E5. So for this, I like to run 25 standard rounds and 17 premium rounds and 10 HE rounds. The reason I do so many premium rounds on this is because you will see a lot of Tier 6 and Tier 7 vehicles. And I run 10 HEs because you're still at a low enough tier where you'll see a lot of light tanks and artillery pieces. I do run camos and binoculars on this, along with the improved ventilation. Yeah, I mean, you can go coated optics or binoculars. Other than that, I mean, I just do it with the binoculars because I'll try to find a piece of cover, stay stationary, and spot people out, and try to play the light tank role, you know, if need to be, after all my light tanks die, or if there aren't any light tanks on the side of the map that I'm playing. But yeah, I do improve vents. I do have sushi on this because I have a very good crew on this. And then I just run small repair and small first aid. Anyway, into the action. Our first match is on Redshire, and this is I want to say it's a Tier 5 match. We'll find out. Yeah, this is a Tier 5 match. And with that in mind, instead of going all the way down the 0 line, if I was in a heavy tank, you know, Tier 5 heavy tank in a Tier 5 game, I would either go down the 0 line or down the 1 line, you know, and just pull one of the flanks. But since I'm in a medium tank that's pretty mobile, it's not super fast, but it's fast enough to where in the beginning of a match you can get into a very lucrative position if you know exactly where you're going. So as you see right here, I'm going up to the D7-ish area. I like getting on this ridge line here, especially with camo and binos, because there's a bush right by this rock, and a lot of times it keeps you from being detected. And this is the spot I'm talking about. Granted, I was still moving there, and there's a tank destroyer very close. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to back up and put this rock to my left side, because that's where their spawn is, and they might still have a lot of people trying to take a shot at me from there. So now that that tank destroyer is dead and I'm unspotted, I'm going to go back to where that bush was. And as you can see, there's some people trying to take a couple blind shots in that general area. And there we go. As soon as my binos activate, we got 2 spots there. We got a tier 3 Type 91, and I'm just going to put a couple rounds in him really quick. And he's taken out. And there's a KV-1 and a T1 Heavy. So next target is going to be the T1 Heavy. I'm going to try to track him a couple times and keep him in place. Unfortunately, I'm not in this track, but I did hit his ammo rack. And there we go. We got him tracked. So there's going to be some good assisted damage there. And he's finished off. And see, in this position, you keep spotting people even as you're just sitting. I mean, even if you're in the middle of a shooting gallery like I am right here. I mean, I can aim right, I can aim left, and there's targets just everywhere. Yeah, like that KV-1S right there. So, as you can see, the accuracy on this gun, it's not the greatest. I'm aimed center mass on that KV-1S, and my rounds are going left, right, you know, everywhere but dead center. But that's just Japanese accuracy for you. Yeah. But yeah, we're tearing up that KV-1S pretty good right there. And we're getting a bunch of assisted damage by tracking targets. And now we got a Churchill that's broadside to us. So we're just going to keep trying to punish him, as he drives really slow because he's not a very quick tank at all. And as you can see, the rate of fire on this gun is amazing. You know, if you can just keep shooting rounds and shooting rounds, your DPM is very, very good with this tank. But yeah, I mean, we're already on 3 kills, 16 penetrating shots now with a fire, 4 kills. So, you know, I mean, it's a great tank. And there's an M7 now. He's going to try to take some shots at me. I'm on full health, and they only have 5 tanks left. So here I just decided I wasn't going to, you know, I wasn't going to back up too far and, like, get behind cover. I just figured I could just shoot it out with him. And I don't know if he's even got a fully trained crew, because, I mean, he only hit me 1 out of all of those shots. But yeah, as you can see, I expended most of my ammo. My standard rounds are gone. I'm down to premium rounds now. Tried to lead a shot on that Martyr, and it didn't work. And that shot right there is just the luckiest shot I've had in this tank in a while. I was aimed way off from where he was, and it still managed to hit. So I was really lucky for that. So yeah, I mean, that was a fairly quick match, and as you can see, if you can get into a lucrative position, the DPM on this gun is just outstanding. I mean, I was just sitting there just treating it like a shooting gallery and just taking out several enemies. I got, with a fire, I got 22 damage ribbons. We got 9 critical hits. We got, looks like 1 spot, 2 spotted target hits, 6 track target hits, and 6 kills. And with that in mind, we did make 42,000 silver. I did fire a few premiums off of that. But, you know, we got high caliber at 2,300 damage in just a couple minutes, and 3,600 experience for that. Got a top gun and a 99% ace tanker for that. But that just goes to show, you know, how much damage you can really dish out with this tank. All right, and here we go with our second replay for this tank, and we're on Scorpion Pass. And Scorpion Pass, this is the new one ever since they changed it. They made it a little bit smaller than what it was, and it's also a tier 5 match. And in a match like this, you pretty much want to go to the middle and try to assist your team as much as possible, and be flexible, because even though they reduced the size of this map, it's still a fairly large map, and it can take you a while to get, you know, into some of these positions, especially if you're trying to go up to the C0 area, climb the mountain there, or go down to the K3 area, you know, K2, K3 area, and get on the mountain that way. It's just a lot of mountains in this and a lot of climbing. So with a medium tank, I like to go to the middle, usually around the E4, E5 area, at the beginning of a match, until we find out where a lot of the enemies are, and then you can be flexible and go either way. This map still tends to be a sniper map. And they just had a suicidal light tank right there. So this is an encounter match. So there's a flag in the F7 area. It's right there, F7, F8, G7, G8, right there at the the intersection of those grids. And there we go. We're spotting some targets on the far right side. So we see one there, and we killed that light tank. So they might not be pushing around that way too much, especially since they just lost 2 tanks there. So at this point, you can either go to the G4 area, or in my case, I see this Churchill over here. Looks like he's heading towards the flag, so I'm going to head that direction. Yeah, Churchill and a medium 3. Medium 3 is a one-shot now, and I can still see him, so I'm just going to take a quick shot and just thread the needle and hit him. So that's a good kill right there. Now we got this Churchill. Try to shoot, and I just held my finger off the trigger for a split second too long. I may have been able to get a damaging shot or even track him in place. And here I'm just trying to line up my shots and be careful doing it, because a Churchill does have some decent side armor against the Chinukai's gun. So what I was trying to do is just get a decent shot to where, I'm not going to have to worry about, like, bouncing too much, because this thing doesn't have the best ammo count. And that M3 Lee, I'm just, I'm not very accurate with this gun. Well, this gun isn't very accurate, I should say. The dispersion on it is just a little too much to be a sniper. So anyway, that Churchill's about 310 meters away, and he's looking up this direction, but we're going to go ahead and put a shot into his turret. If I hit him in the side at that angle, I'm not going to penetrate, so we're just trying to, hit him either in the turret or in that flat part on the front of his hull. And now he's firing blindly at me, so we're going to try to back out and not take any unnecessary damage. Alright, we're safe there. But as you can see, he's just going to keep blind firing in that spot. And the Churchill, I mean, they have a big ammo count on that tank, so he can just waste, 10, 15 rounds, and it's no big deal. Alright, now that he's stopped firing, we're going to push up to where those rocks are and, use them as cover and hopefully be able to spot him out. Alright, there we go. We got a lucky snapshot there. Now we'll just aim in, and thankfully he's taken care of. And there's a KV-1 up there now. There we go. Got some good shot on him. I'm going to try one blind. There we go, damage and a crit. I'm going to try again. That may have been his track. Nope. So, unlike that Churchill, I'm not going to keep firing over and over. I did think that was worth a blind shot. Maybe I had him tracked at that point. It was unknown because I did get that critical hit. But it was worth a shot. So far we're on 11 damage ribbons, 7 crits, 4 kills, 3 spots, and 3 spotted target hits, which isn't too bad. I mean, if I was to die at this point, that would be a pretty good match, especially in a tier 5 medium, any tier 5 medium, really. So yeah, I mean, the average game in this tank, you'll get 2, 3, sometimes 4 kills. I like this tank, I really do. So here we spotted an AT2, and we know that's got a lot of armor, so I'm going to go ahead and load a couple premium rounds here. And then that KV-1 comes back into sight, so we're going to try one on him really quick. And unfortunately, I just hit him in the track. Just go ahead and take out that Stewart, possibly. Got one good shot. And then we hit him in the track. And not going to waste a premium round on that shot. So yeah, here's the AT2. We're going to try to get a snapshot in. Didn't aim in all the way because I seen he was backing up and he's got those rocks behind him. But this position here is it's pretty much used up. You know, we got 5 tanks remaining. They've got 4, and we got about 9 minutes left. So I'm just going to go ahead and get off this position. Looks like our tank destroyer is engaging their tank destroyer, and I've got a medium back there to back him up. So I'm going to head down towards the flag. And as you see, I'm still getting assisted damage ribbons. And, oh, we may have a shot on that AT, so we'll try a shot. And it bounced, so I'm going to switch to premium. Maybe we can get lucky and hit him right there. Yep, sure enough, we got a lucky shot and hit him right there. And then we're going to switch back to standard rounds. I've already used 5 premium shells, and I don't want to waste them all if I run across that KV again. So my tank destroyers up there were with their light tank, and our medium tank got killed. I think it was by that KV. And the tank destroyers up there with the heavy and the light. And I haven't seen that medium anywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead get on the flag here and try to, you know, get somebody to either come after me or, you know, possibly cap out the base. I mean, I'm on 5 kills, so I mean, it's a pretty dang good game. I'm going to face the other way. Oh, there's that medium. And it's an M4 that's on low health, so that's good. And I already know where that heavy and light is, and they don't have a shot on me where I'm at. So I'm just going to sit here, let my camo activate, and my binos activate. And hopefully we'll wait for that medium to pop out, and we'll finish him off. Because it's just me and artillery left. Our tank destroyer got killed. Just re-angle here for just a second. There we go, we got him spotted again. Try to get a shot. Oh, just missed. Japanese accuracy. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead him. And there we go, that's one more tank out of the game, and now we've got a top gun. And we just seen that light tank on the radar. He was on our right side over there. He was in the, looked like the H9 area. So he's probably gonna come down here and try to reset the cap, because I am just about halfway on the cap. And right now I'm just trying to watch my back just in case that KV-1 decided to cross over and try to get some flanking shots on me. Because they do know where I'm at. They knew I was headed over this way, and they know that I'm somewhere on the base because I'm definitely capping it. They shouldn't have any thoughts about the artillery being on the cap. So they know exactly where I'm at. Well, and now the flag's contested. So I know where he's at. He's just on the other side of the river over there on that high ground. So I'm just going to back down this way and be very careful about it. Because if I see that KV, I might be in trouble. Oh, and sure enough, he just got detected up there. But I'm not detected, so I'm going to try to get a shot off. I'm going to switch to premium now. I really don't want to chance this. I've got a top gun right now. That's a good hit. And back up so he doesn't shoot where my tracer is, and he hits the rock. And it looks like I missed. And switch back to standard round because he's still backing up. And I'm going to go after this light tank now. That KV-1 shouldn't be any problem if I pop over and get that light tank, especially if I can do it quick. I don't remember how much health he was on, so maybe 1 or 2 shots and he should be dead. But if we get him out of the picture, we have 4 minutes to chase down a KV and possibly get a Radley Walters. So M4 Stewart took one round. He's faced the opposite way. He thought I was going to be coming from the other way. So we'll just finish him off. And now we know exactly where that KV-1 was. So we'll just go straight up the mountain and try to get us a Radley Walters. And it's me and an artillery versus a KV-1. And KV-1 has a, I mean, it can have a pretty decent gun. So I wasn't sure if he was fully upgraded or not. I'm pretty sure he's not, because he stayed up in the back the entire time. He barely moved 3 or 4 grid squares from where he was spawned into the map. But I'm going to go ahead and load premium round. I asked artillery to cover me, and there's a proxy spot, and he's on a quarter health from when I shot him earlier on 2 separate occasions. Or maybe 3 different times I've had him spotted and taken shots at him. But yeah, he knows where I'm going, and I have plenty of health. I have 400 health, so I should be able to take at least 1 shot from him, if not 2 shots. I think it's going to take him 3 to kill me, whereas it should only take me 2 to kill him. And we'll just do some snapshots here, use this tank as cover. And 1 more shot and he should be dead, so I'm just trying to hoax him to take a shot. Pulled up just a little too far, but he just kept following me, so I'll just finish him off, and there we go. We ended up with a Radley Walters. And we finished him off not a moment too soon. But anyway, fellas, that's my nuts and bolts video over the Chinookai. It's the Tier 5 Japanese premium tank, and you know, it can handle pretty well. But if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Yeah, guys, anyway, you guys go out, you guys kill some shit. I hope to see you on the battlefield.